a Homage beat.
Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to D-Nasty's Real Talk. Thanks for watching. We've been having a theme of music lately, a lot of interviews, and today we've got another one. These are two of my closest friends. We're part of a rap group, ASGF, that includes two other rappers, Sydney and Dan Sandwich. This is FrankieTarantino and NateNics. How you guys doing?
Pretty good, man.
Doing great.
Chilling.
So, they've got a upcoming EP, Pop Culture, coming out. They've got some really dope songs on Soundcloud already, such as Eric Andre, Smooth Flows. I know you got the Something to Smoke To, which was pretty hot. So definitely go check those out. What's you guys' SoundCloud?
FrankieTarantino, no space, bro.
It's NateNics. You'll be able to find it. Just type in NateNics.
Or ASGF, you know, all those things usually pop up in a playlist that we've made. But we'll put them in the description as well. But talking about ASGF, you know, tell the fans what it really is, what it represents. What are you guys trying to do with your music careers?
Start this one off if you want to explain the name, bro.
Word. So, like, ASGF is kind of like, well, what it stands for is Abstract Society and General Fallacies. And so, like, what the concept behind that is, like, looking at this idea of, like, our society and our mindsets being abstract, and that, like, there's more than just one way to look at pretty much everything. Nothing is like a monolith. There's always, like, different perspectives that go in everything, which is super dope. And then, like, looking at this idea of general fallacies, just like general arguments that are built off of lies is what we usually get, you know, from our, like, the people that are in power, the people that are, like, telling us what to do. You know what I'm saying? They're like, do this because, you know, it's good for you, when, you know, it might not be so good for you. Do this because, or don't do this because it's bad. And you go like, but if I do it, there's mad benefits, you feel me? So it's like, you know, that's the type of society we live in. And our objective is kind of like to change that stigma around, like, what's good and what's bad. Because some things that are good are really bad, some things that are bad are really good. You feel me?
Yeah, we're just really focusing on exposing all of that shit too, because, you know, what they like to do is they like to give you a false history just to fuck up your whole foundation, bro.
Right.
We just try to show you that.
Definitely. I like how you guys worded that. On that topic, tell us about the state of rap in your opinion. You know, how are guys making music? Is it to your standard or expectation to what music should be used as in the form of an art medium, or is it kind of lost its significance? I would say so.
I mean, I think
Either one of you.
everything, hip-hop has been evolving from, like, the minute that it was born, you know what I'm saying? It started off as just some break beats and nobody really rapping over it, just making, like, ad-libs pretty much. But right now it's like, I don't know, there's, like, a section for everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many subgenres, we just haven't, what's it called? Well, not everybody fits into a box the same way anymore, so it's like, yeah, there's, like, a lot of quality has dropped off, but the mainstream, you could always argue, has been like that. You know, it's trying to reach more of the general audience. It's not specific branch, so
It's based on what sounds good, you know, what people
exactly.
want to hear, not the content itself.
that's one thing. I think that sonically, it's like there's a less emphasis on lyrics now, and it's more of a, if your producer's hot, you gonna be hot. So, I mean, that's just the thing, bro.
You feel me? Yeah, it's like, just more the same. Like, people just like to listen to what they like to listen to. Like he said, sonically, people just like to hear what they want to hear. They don't really care about, like, what anyone's going to be spitting to them. They don't really care about, like, what someone's going to be, you know, like, talking to them about. They want to hear stuff about, like, drugs, partying, and money, because, like, that's just, like, you know, those quick things that people could just, like, obtain. And it's like, it brings them, like, happiness for, like, those quick seconds. And listening to those songs.
Fallacy.
You feel me? Because, like, happiness is a spectrum too. Like, you're not gonna get happiness, like, eternal happiness, like, from anything that you do. You're never gonna be, like, content every single second of every single day. You feel me? So, like, but people like to, like, have that illusion of happiness, and so in the songs that they listen to, that's what is portrayed to them. So they're like, yeah, you feel me? I like that. I'll keep listening to it. But, like, that, it comes at the expense of, like, this idea of, like real hip hop. But, you know, I put that in quotes just because it's not really like anything like real or fake about it. It's just some people are talking about things that like are actually important and can make a difference, and the other people are not. You feel me?
And on those same notes, we ASGF, we want to bring a brand of individuality, right? Creativity. All of us have our own different styles, different makeups, and ways that we go about making our music. Whether it be, bringing back old school themes and making them newer, or just starting our own different trends. What do you guys think individually that you bring to ASGF? What is your MO? What's your MO? Like, what do you want people to know specifically about NateNics and Tarantino as opposed to just the whole ASGF brand?
And man, for me, like, I like just like this idea of like, being super serious, like taking yourself super seriously, even when like the stuff you're talking about is not like super serious, like so you can like have fun with that, cause like that's pretty much me. Like I'll be saying some like ridiculous stuff that's not really important, but I'll say it to you with like a straight face, and you'll be like, oh yeah, you're saying some real stuff, but I'm not. I'm not really. So like just like this idea of taking yourself super seriously, even when you don't have to. I remember when I was doing like a hiring for my job, like one of the people that came in for the job, he talked about this idea of like everything that happens being serious, but not always having to take it seriously. And I was like, yeah, that's real dope, cause like that's facts. You feel me? Like stuff does be serious, but your reaction to it doesn't always have to be very severe in order to like signify that what happened was important. So
that's why things like parody are so popular, and comedy. It's all just making a way of taking the stigma away, like you said earlier, making it able to laugh about things, or take it in a much less harsh fashion so that we can internalize it more efficiently. But continue. Sorry to.
I like that, because it's like this idea of like satire too. It comes into play where it's just like people do like to like chuckle about things that are super important to them. Like when Donald Trump was like running for president, people like to make jokes and like laugh about it. You feel me? Because it is funny. Like you see, who Donald Trump is. Like
what is he doing?
You feel me? So it's like they'll be like, oh, that's real funny, and then he becomes president, and they're like, I mean, it's still kind of funny, but yeah, we should probably start taking it a little more seriously. You know what I'm saying? So like stuff like that is like that's just part of like the culture of like just being like a person that lives not only in the United States but just like a human being. You feel me? Sometimes it's better to laugh about things than it is to like cry about them or be angry about them. Because like at the end of the day, most of the stuff that happens doesn't really impact you on a personal level. So it's cool.
Tarantino, what you got to say?
Shit, man.
What's your brand?
Well, first and foremost, I'm bringing my fucking fro everywhere I go.
Feel me?
Secondly, I'm just bringing my energy, no bullshit, bro. Like, not every day is gonna be consistent, you know what I mean? Some days I'm gonna feel fucked up, I'm gonna show you that on the track. Some days I'm gonna feel fucking confident as fuck, I'm gonna show you that on the track. Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, bringing the fucking evolution of myself to the music, just trying to transcribe that. You know what I'm saying?
And talking about what you guys do good individually, I just heard both Smooth Flows and Eric Andre yesterday. I was playing them with King Sevi, who was on the show before. But I noticed really that you two in particular have a really good chemistry on tracks. You know what I mean? You guys are able to sound just very dope, when your voice matches your voice, and it just sounds very appealing to me, and I would hope to everyone else. So definitely go check those out. But, have you guys noticed that your chemistry in particular is something very powerful? You guys have a way to match wits and match flows on music.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we both like got a strong sort of like heart when we get on the track. So you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm glad that it stood out. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
It's kind of like that idea. Yeah, it's like that idea of like, kind of being like one and the same, like understanding that everyone is like, even though we're all different, like we can still come together and do some like crazy stuff, like do some stuff that's like really impactful and amazing. So like whenever I get on a track with like any person, I like to like just think of us as like the same person, like rapping. So it's like when you hear it, you're like, you'll be able to tell that we're different, but like it's gonna be so dope that you'll be like, yo, that song, not like those individuals, but that song was really dope. feel me? Real cool.
Cool. So now I want to just kind of ask you guys about some general debates, some stuff that's been going on recently. What the hell is that? Alright, sorry about that, but OJ Simpson just got out. Good or bad, in your opinion? Is it a good look?
Bro, I mean, what does he represent? That's what I want to ask. Like, for real, do you got an answer for me or not?
I mean, in my opinion, that's a good question, because I feel like he represents someone that, in the eyes of many, got lucky, you know, got off, you know, where justice wasn't served properly. So that's why I wanted your take on what does this portray to everyone else, because if he's looked at as a villain or someone who should be in jail for killing people or killing his wife, whatever, is it accused, right?
Yeah.
And he just got parole. He wasn't released officially yet.
Yeah.
But does this show kind of that black people that, you know, follow him, does that show them in a negative light? Are people going to have more of an uproar now that he's out, as opposed to celebrating like they did back when he got off the trial? Sorry if that was a little too wordy for you.
I mean,
yeah, I got it. I feel like, well, like, there's like a precursor to what I'm about to say. Like, OJ he's in prison now for like armed robbery that took place in, like, I don't know, like 2007 or something like that. So it's not like, or like probably before that, like 2004 or something like that. But it's not like he's in prison for like the famous OJ trial. You feel me? He's in prison for something that he did like after that. Some dumb stuff that he did after that. You feel me? Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Like, armed robbery, like, you know, what you doing? Like, you feel me? But that's not the point. The point is that, like, for people that look at this, they're looking at like OJ as like a representation of like black people. Cause like, even though like OJ in the past has felt like he's like transcended his like blackness and that he's just, you know, himself, it's just like, you're still black, you feel me? And people are looking at you, white people are looking at you as a black person, a representation of all of like all people of color, you know? And that's like, that's a bad hit for all of us.
Y'all hear Jay-Z's 444?
Yeah.
Still nigga.
You feel me? Yeah.
But that's the thing. I mean, having somebody who has such a like stained past, do we really want him to represent the black population? You know what I'm saying? He's obviously a flawed character.
But maybe, see, that's the problem, I think, in society, that he's the person we're kind of given to follow and that be our representation in the media. You know, I think that's the problem. Is that, so as a result, we have a lower self-esteem, we have a lower portrayal of ourselves. So we cut ourselves short when trying to do business and trying to advance in life, further ourselves in life. You know, the music tells us to stay down. You know, the movies tell us to stay down. The people like us tell us to stay down, you know what I mean? So that's really what I want to use this show to help spread that word. But, you know, shifting gears now back to music.
Just say
go ahead.
Another black man free is never a bad thing, though.
I hear that. So, back to music a little bit. Big topic, big debate that's never going to get old. And that's Tupac or Biggie. Since you guys are rappers, you guys are artists trying to transcend into that medium, and we'll talk a little bit about that in a second. Who's better? Let everyone know.
I mean, we pretty much like have the same opinion on it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we both think that Biggie is like the better rapper. You feel me? Like, I always say that just because, like, I think that as far as like the style goes, Tupac had more flair about his like music, and he could probably like do a variety of different songs that Biggie couldn't even like touch or like start to do. But in terms of like just being a rapper, like, Biggie's flow is like immaculate. That John was crazy. Like, it was disgusting. Like, oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, Biggie was a big influence for me. Way bigger than Pac. I mean, Pac influenced me a little bit, but nah, that East Coast flavor, he got that shit, man.
Definitely. I hear that a lot from people, and me being more of a Tupac fan, I definitely, you know, heard Biggie, and I definitely put Biggie in that same category. But the way I would kind of tell it to people is that Tupac is the better artist, you know, and Biggie was the better rapper. Biggie was he mastered like flow, things like stylistic lyrics. Tupac used his music more than just a hip hop category. He wanted to empower people, use it as almost like political rap, you know what I mean? And people will say, oh, Tupac rapped about, you know, thug and violence, but if you really do your homework, his very first album was a political album. It wasn't about things like that, you know what I mean? So he came in with that attitude, and that's why he's just in a different space than most rappers, you know, but Biggie definitely represents the best of the best in my eyes, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the thing about Pac though, he grew up being raised by Black Panther, so you know he's gonna come out with some revolutionary shit.
Yeah.
But that was early Pac, bro. I mean, I feel like the whole money and the fame, everything kind of got to his head, and it started spiraling out of control. Yeah. And just when he realized he had to right the ship, he was gone. So it's like,
yeah, go watch All Eyes on Me.
I heard it's not the most accurate portrayal of Pac.
It's not, but it does show you things, you know, how they kind of happen. You know, like, you know how they say to tell the best lie, you gotta put some truth in it? You ever heard that saying? It's basically like, you gotta show people more or less what happened, and then, you know, change details here to tell the message you want, you know what I mean? But still not.
Do you think they told the right message with that?
No,
I haven't seen it yet.
Not at all. And yeah, if you check out the other episode, they didn't portray the right message at all. They slighted him. In fact, they kept him as just a rap artist instead of a revolutionary. And that was my problem. But as far as like event, it was about 80% accurate, I'd say. You know, that's good for a movie nowadays. But, you know, so now I want to talk about, before I ask you guys a couple more questions closing, what does it mean for you to make it? You know, a lot of artists and rappers, everyone wants to rap nowadays. We're from Boston, where you can name probably 80% of your friends who are rappers. So what does it mean for you to make it, and what's it going to take to get there?
Word. I mean,
it's a tough one, huh?
Yeah, like, for me, like, this concept of, like, making it is kind of just, like, bizarre, really, because, like, I don't really know, like what I would have to do to, like, make it, because, like, what I say by make it is just kind of, what I mean by make it is kind of just, like, you know, existing in this state where I don't have to, like, you know, worry about whether or not people are going to listen to my music, or people are going to understand what I'm trying to talk about, you know, kind of like this idea of, like, being, like, having an actual fan base, and, like, having people that are going to be like, yeah, you feel me, like, I know what you was trying to do with that song, so, like, you know, that's dope, or, you know, probably don't do that again, stuff like that, you feel me, like, some people that are actually going to be like, exactly, you feel me, people that are going to actually take the time and listen to the songs and be like, yeah, like, I like this, you probably do this better, you know, like, fans, you feel me, so I guess just, like, doing that, because at the end of the day, like, I don't really care about, like, money and stuff, but, you know, I do want people to hear what I have to say. Because like I said earlier, like, I take what I do very seriously. Even if, like, what I'm saying isn't serious, I'll say it to you seriously. You feel me? Like, I'll be like, this is fire, like, you should really listen to it.
I like that.
You feel me?
I say that's very apparent in your music as well, so that's good.
For me, making it, it's pretty much just having people want to listen to me, you know what I'm saying? Just, like, being able to put shit out and know it's going to be listened to. I know it sounds kind of like what Nate just said, but he kind of hit the same shit that I'm looking for a little bit. And I want to be able to just, like, go to another city or something like that, and then somebody, like, pull me to the side. I'm like, yo, Tarantino, I got a little bit of pop for you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got it. Yeah, that's one of my goals, too, straight up.
and, you know, that's back to the chemistry thing I said earlier, like, you know, you partake in recreational marijuana, if you will, and you don't, but you guys still are able to make it work. You know, that's not something that influences your styles in a way that you can't coexist. You know, so that's good. That's good.
It's because this man is naturally high, bro.
High off life,
all the time, bro.
So before we get up out of here, I just want to ask these guys last question about sports, because that's another big thing going on. LeBron, is he gonna catch MJ? Can he still do it?
He's young enough. He's athletic enough, bro. He's got enough Frankie. You know what I'm saying?
He's gonna have to go to LA. He's gonna have to go to LA.
I'm thinking LA too, bro. I mean, but who's he going to in LA though?
Lonzo Ball, best passer in the league already.
All right, LeBron's one of the best passers too, though.
If all you do is pass to each other, who's gonna score?
That's my question for you. You're telling him to go to LA, bro.
Okay, all right.
They need to pick up Swaggy P back, bro. That's what it is.
Let me know what you guys think about LeBron. I know you, Tarantino, want to really get in on this, but the Celtics, they added Gordon Hayward, but they lost Avery Bradley, among other pieces. So, you know, what's it looking like this season? We're gonna beat Cleveland?
Bro, we got enough wings to beat Cleveland, definitely, bro, with fucking Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum on the wing, bro. They're going to be
very
set.
good pickups.
Fucking Jay Crowder's still on the roster, bro. I think we got a good chance this year. I feel like we got a lot more bodies to match up with LeBron this year.
Right, I said that. And Marcus Morris, you know.
Yeah, Marcus Smart even can
Marcus
match
Smart,
up with
yeah,
LeBron
yeah.
on
True,
some side, too. I just think we need another big man. That's about it.
I was saying maybe they take a bid for LaMarcus Aldridge, who's on the trading block in San Antonio, because it doesn't make us better defensively, but now you put Horford and Aldridge, two bigs that can score and stretch out the floor. And then, you know, Hayward and Isaiah, and just try to get as much points on the board.
For me, like, I don't know. I look at, like, the fundamentals of basketball. Like, I like bigs that can score. But, like, specifically, like, with the Celtics this season, you saw, like, they were getting out-rebounded left and right by teams that weren't even known for rebounding, you feel me? And, like, with, like, bigs that can spread, like, that can space the floor, you feel me? Exactly. Not at all. So it's, like,
having a hard enough time.
You feel me? So, like, it's a good idea, like, to have bigs that can score, but, like, maybe those that can score inside, like, you know,
like Andre Drummond?
Of course, like, Andre Drummond. Like, what?
Come to Boston, bro.
Well, that's ASGF, NateNics, Tarantino. Thanks you guys for coming. I really appreciate it, you know. We're gonna get some more tracks, more content out there soon. So make sure you check them out on Soundcloud, wherever, all platforms. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Check us out next week.
Peace.
To focus on being the best, handle the stress, spit at the shows in the fast, and deal with the links in the past. Yes, nevertheless, ASGF is the family crest. You do it for more, but better for less. Tarantino, go ahead and impress. Yeesh.
Heart on my sleeves, blood on the leaves. I play the badass role like Keanu Reeves. A seriously great franchise, that's ASGF. Got the game on lock like cops in the projects. Foot on the neck, the way I hold it down. On some Rockefeller shit, the way we run this town. No need for jewelry.